Hello and good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to another one of these things that we've made a habit of doing every week now, these race simulations that we love to do through NR2003, one of our favorite games of all time. Appreciate having you here. Right off the bat, just once again want to thank you. And before we get started, like we always do, we will go through the entry list of all the racers and cars that are scheduled to race this upcoming weekend. I should say tomorrow, actually. It's already tomorrow is when the Cup Series race is going to be. And we have all the schemes and everything up to date according to the jski.com entry list and the practice that they did today. I think there's just one car that isn't available yet, to my knowledge, and that is Greg Biffle's entry in the 44. Aside from that, I believe we have all the schemes available. So we'll go through the entry list as we usually do, and then get on into the race. So in the number 1 Advent Health Chevrolet Camaro, we've got Ross Chastain. And in the number 2 Menards, we got the Menards Richmond car. In this one, I believe he's using a slightly different scheme, but close enough. We got Austin Cindric in the number 2 Ford. In the number 3 Bass Pro Shops Chevrolet Camaro is Austin Dillon. In the number 4 Mobile One Ford Mustang is Kevin Harvick. In the number 5 HenrickCars.com car, we got the reigning champ Kyle Larson. And like I said, these schemes I all selected based on the jski.com entry list and then also practice that we had earlier today. If anyone notices any mistakes I made on the entry list, please let me know. We'll see if we do have indeed have the correct car. Next up on the entry list is the number 6 Kohler Generators Ford Mustang of Brad Keselowski. After him, we got the number 7 FOE. I do not... Fraternal Order of Eagles. There we go. Couldn't remember what that stood for. Chevy Camaro of Corey LaJoie. Next, we got the 3 Chai number 8 Chevy Camaro of Tyler Reddick. And I'm just glancing up at the J-Ski entry list, just making sure I got the right sponsors for all these. Next up, we got Chase Elliott in the number 9 Napa Auto Parts Chevy Camaro. Next up, we got the number 10 Smithfield Ford Mustang of Eric Almirola. Next, we got the number 11 FedEx Ground Toyota Camry of Denny Hamlin. Next, Ryan Blaney in the number 12 Body Armor Ford Mustang. Behind him, we got Chase Briscoe in the number 14 HighPoint.com Ford Mustang. Next up is David Reagan. Yes. We got David Reagan in the Select Blinds Ford Mustang, number 15. Next up on the list is the number 16 ChevyLiners.com Chevy Camaro of Noah Gragson. Behind him, we got, not behind, but next up on the entry list, I rather should say, is the number 17 IT Savvy car of Chris Buescher. Next up on the list, the classic number 18 M&M's Toyota Camry of Kyle Busch. Oh!
Good job, Junebug!
Good job, Junebug! Thanks so much to Lord Shank for the $5 super chat. How we doing? Good to see you here, bud. I'll smash a Limp Biscuit and the music. Hell yeah. CDs. I thought I was the only one still buying CDs. Good to see you in the chat, bud. Thanks again for the support. Always good to see you here. We'll continue on with the entry list. Got the number 19 Bass Pro Shops / Tracker ATVs and Boats Toyota Camry of Martin Truex Jr. Next up on the list, we got the number 20 DeWalt Toyota Camry, driven by Christopher Bell. Next up, we have Harrison Burton in the number 21 DEX Imaging Ford Mustang. Next up on the entry list is the number 22 Shell Pennzoil Ford Mustang of Joey Logano. Next up on the entry list is the number 23 McDonald's Toyota Camry driven by Bubba Wallace. Next up on the entry list is William Byron driving the number 24 Liberty University Chevy Camaro. Scroll down a bit more. There we go. Next on the list is the number 31 Leaf Filter Gutter Protection Chevy Camaro driven by Justin Haley. Behind him, we have the number 34 FreightAuctions.com Ford Mustang of Michael McDowell. I just realized I've never actually verbally heard that sponsor pronounced before, so I kind of just winged it. Next up on the list is the number 38 Frontline Enterprises of Todd Gillen Ford Mustang. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. Next up on the list, number 41 Dixie Vodka Ford Mustang of Cole Custer. After that, we have the number 42 Alsco Uniforms Chevy Camaro driven by Ty Dillon. And his teammate, the number 43 Focus Factor Chevy Camaro of Eric Jones. Making yet another start this season, at least according to the entry list. In tomorrow's race, he should be represented by Stillman College. But today, in the number 44, he will be in the Grambling State University Chevy Camaro. After him, we have Kurt Busch in the number 45 Monster Energy Toyota Camry. Next up on the list is Ricky Stenhouse Jr. driving the number 47 Kroger/Sweetleaf Chevy Camaro. Next is Alex Bowman in the number 48 Ally Chevy Camaro. Next up, driving the 51 Nurtec ODT Ford Mustang is Cody Ware. After him, in the number 77 Ziegler.com Chevy Camaro. Sorry, I can't remember what manufacturer he was in. We have Josh Bilicki. Next up on the entry list, driving the number 78 Celsius/QuikTrip Ford Mustang is BJ McLeod. And last but not least, coming back with another race in the sexy ComScope number 99 Chevy Camaro. It's one of our favorite drivers, Daniel Suarez. And that is the complete entry list and paint scheme list according to the jski.com website entry list. I believe I got all the correct paint schemes for the most part. The only one that I'm for sure is not correct, just purely according to the entry list, is Greg Biffle. But aside from that, we should be pretty good. All right, so here's the deal. Thanks so much. First off, thanks so much, James D. Gibson on Twitter, also big in the iRacing community, for creating, I believe, both of these beta versions of the 2022 version of the Atlanta track. We're going to be using version 2. You can see the first one is set for the 400-mile race. I have the second one set for the 500-mile race. So the thing is, it has the green walls. I know they just recently repainted the walls, so the wall color is not going to be accurate. The banking and configuration should be. I have the weather manually adjusted, to try to get the best possible racing. We're going to turn double file restarts off for this one. I just want to see how that goes for one of these races. Got the full pace lap on, yellow flags on. Realistic damage. I almost want to turn this to moderate damage just because of the composite bodies with the next-gen cars. Before I make that executive decision, I'll get the feelers of the chat first. I want to see what you guys think, whether I should just continue on with the realistic damage or if I should do moderate with the composite bodies. That way, if the AI get a minor boop into the wall, they're not completely off the pace, ruining the race for the rest of the pack. So let me know what your opinion of that is. if you want me to do realistic or moderate. All right, we got moderate, realistic. All right, that's like, yeah. Rear axles are made of paper anyway. Fair enough. All right. Sorry, Preston, but we had like, you were outvoted like 7-1 right there. So, all right. Everyone's saying real. All right, realistic it is. Appreciate the feedback, chat. Whether this temperature was a good temperature to kind of keep them all together and not have them going much faster than like mid to upper 190s in the corners, which I don't think they should be going any faster than that in real life. So that being said, let's do this. Do we know when the stages are going to be? I believe it was 105 and then 210 and then obviously 325. Can someone confirm that, please? I believe 105, 210, and then 325. And just for the sake of keeping this all organized, we are going to, I believe... Does anyone know if there's going to be any stages? Or a competition caution? Because if there's going to be a competition caution, I'll throw that on lap 25. I'll probably just throw that anyway. It's a new car on a new track. I'm going to guess they're going to have a competition caution. Alright, so it'll be 105 and then 220. Okay. Appreciate it. Excuse me. Drink some water. Alright, I'm just waiting to find out. So there's most likely going to be a competition caution, so I'll just throw one on lap 25. Hey, it'll keep the AI NR2003 field more spread or close together. Alrighty. Lap 45 is the competition caution. Are you sure about that? Can we get a confirmation on that? So with this version of the track, for the most part, they can get not spread out, but kind of up to speed. But every now and then in the first like 3 or 4 laps, like sometimes up to lap 10, they'll do a stupid caution. They'll just wreck each other and have a massive pileup. Going into turn 1, if that happens, we'll restart. But if we get like past lap 10, we will just continue on from there and let it play out as it does, as it shall. All right, you guys ready? So we're going to hit that race button, and then that's going to automatically set the qualifying order. All right, so there's your qualifying order. We got Alex Bowman on the pole, it looks like.
Drivers, to your cars.
All right, so here we go. Starting on the pole is the number 48 of Alex Bowman. To his outside, on the outside pole is the 18 of Kyle Busch. Next row, the second row, is the 11 of Denny Hamlin and the 20 of Christopher Bell. We got 4 Joe Gibbs cars in the top 5 starting. Next, in the third row, we got Martin Truex Jr. in the 19 and Brad Keselowski in the 6. Let's get to a different camera angle. Here we go. It's no good camera angle. Here we go. Next row is William Byron in the 24 and Chase Elliott in the 9 car. Next row is, we got lots of teammate rows. Next row is Blaney in the 12 and Joey Logano in the 22. Behind them is Kyle Larson in the number 5 and Harrison Burton in the 21. Behind them is Bubba Wallace in the 23 and Daniel Suarez in the 99. Behind them is Austin Dillon in the 3 and Cole Custer in the 41. Next row is Austin Cindric in the 2 and Chris Buescher in the 17. The next row behind them is Tyler Reddick in the 8 and Eric Almirola in the 10. Behind them, Kurt Busch in the 45 and Chase Briscoe in the 14. Next row is Ricky Stenhouse in the 47 and brain fart, Ross Chastain in the 1. Could not remember there for a split second. And the next row is Kevin Harvick in the 4 car. Bad qualifying run for him. Dang. And after that is Eric Jones in the 43. Behind them is Ty Dillon in the 42 and Justin Haley in the 31. Next row is Corey LaJoie in the 7 car and David Reagan in the 15. Behind them is we got Greg Biffle.
Start your engine!
The Biff making his return in the 44 and Cody Ware to his outside. Behind them is Josh Bilicki in the 77 and Michael McDowell in the 34. Second to last row is Todd Gillen in the 38 and Noah Gregson in the 16. And in the last row, starting in our last starting spot, is BJ McLeod in the number 78. So like I said, if we have a dumb crash like in the first couple laps, we'll restart. It takes out like half the field because I don't want to really early crash early on that's going to have someone really off the pace and ruin the race for everyone else. So we got all four Joe Gibbs cars starting in the top 5. Got a few Hendrick cars. All the Hendrick cars in the top 10, actually. No, excuse me. Larson's 11th. So as they round turns 3 and 4, once again, remember the wall color is not going to be accurate. They just repainted it this morning or early today. They threw a switcheroo on us. But I digress. We are green for the 2022 Folds of Honor QuikTrip 500 at the newly reconfigured Atlanta Motor Speedway. So they dive down into turn 1. They're already 3 wide with Brad Keselowski putting Christopher Bell 3 wide on the outside. Alex Bowman continues to hold off the field, but it is a fierce battle behind them. Still have a 3 wide battle with Brad Keselowski. And the completed lap number 1, it is close between Denny Hamlin and Alex Bowman. No crash yet. They were 4 wide back there. They all stay sorted out. Alex Bowman leads. We've seen that the outside line seems to be the preferred line in real life. We'll see how that equates out in the NR simulated version. Martin Truex Jr. sticking it 3 wide on the bottom for the lead. Denny Hamlin gets a good run on the bottom. Oh, close call with Alex Bowman and Kyle Busch. Anyone asking about the timing and scoring, all I can say is thank you so much, Drive-Thru. He is currently making a tutorial on how to do this. He does not have a timetable of when the tutorial will be out, but he will put one out at some point so the public will be able to have access to this. It is way too complicated for me to explain on my own. Drive-Thru is exponentially smarter than I am. But that being said, all I can say is thank you so much, Drive-Thru. You are a legend. And it's Denny Hamlin leads the field. Just making sure we don't have anyone off the pace. It doesn't appear we do. So this race is official for the most part, unless we have some sort of free caution in the next few laps. Let's try to get a wide shot so we can see a good look at what the field is doing. Field is pretty much... Noah's kind of hanging on to the tail end of the pack back there, but there's no one that has really broken off. Denny Hamlin leads the field as they are 3 wide behind him. Oh, Larson. Almost got into his Hendrick teammate there. Bubba's 3 wide in the middle. Why are they so fast? They're going about 180s in the corner. Hey, it's cup physics. What? It's not going to be perfect. It's NR. All right, Larson has worked his way from 11th up to 6th. Let's go on board with him. Battle for the lead up front between Brad Kozlowski and Denny Hamlin. Alex Bowman, our pole sitters, back to 4th with Kyle Busch with a move to the inside of Denny Hamlin. Kyle Busch takes the lead. I'm going to click away from the game for a second. I just got to pull something up on my other window. There we go. Sorry. So we're currently on lap 10 of 325. Can we confirm that this, if there is going to be a stage caution, it is going to be on lap 45? Because if we don't confirm that it's on lap 45, I'm otherwise going to just assume it's on lap 25. Kyle Busch continues to lead the field, but is close behind him. He's got his teammate Denny being pushed by Brad. So they go side by side for the lead. You see, part of the rear of the field is starting to break off a bit. And Denny leads that lap. Take an aerial look at this battle for the lead. This is a fierce 5-car battle. It sure is racing like a super speedway right now. It is on lap 45. All right, so I guess I'll be throwing a stage caution at lap 45. Truex shoves his way through, being pushed by Elliott. Oh, Elliott. That was close. Getting underneath Truex. So we take another look at this 3-wide battle for 4th place between Chase Elliott, Brad Kozlowski, and Alex Bowman. Brad Kozlowski gets the better of him. Meanwhile, out front, the Gibbs cars continue to battle away. Seems like Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin have just been swapping the lead every other lap. Side by side for 5th place. Hendrick teammates. Alex Bowman gets the better of Chase Elliott in that battle. Now Chase has to fend off Christopher Bell. Starting to get a little bit sorted out. Right when I say that, there's a big cluster back here still. So I am doing single file restarts. You see there's 2 distinct packs that have broken apart from one another. So I will be doing a stage caution on lap, or a competition caution on lap 45. At the end of lap 45. Oops. Wrong button. There we go. Back near the front. It's basically a battle between Hendrick and Gibbs that Brad Kozlowski's right in the middle of. Kyle Busch back to the inside again for the lead. Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch are not giving it any rest. Here's Brad Kozlowski. Denny Hamlin's led the most laps so far today. He's led 13 out of the 17. Kyle Busch has led 1, or 2, excuse me. Alex Bowman's led 1. You can see the tire fall off already. Starting to take effect. There's a whole distinct pack back there that's broken off. That's about 9 seconds back from the rest of the field. Now it's going to be a quest to see if they can stay on the lead lap before the competition caution arrives. You know what we haven't done in a while? Or yet, this race, I should say. Let's do a good old-fashioned crank it up, shall we? As we go away for a crank it up briefly. They go 3 wide momentarily for the lead. Nope, red, it's 2 wide. Let's bring that ticker back here. There we go. Jeez. Denny and Kyle have just been swapping the lead, it seems like almost every lap. Denny's led 17 laps of the 23 we've completed. Kyle's led 5 of those. And Alex Bowman's led 1 lap. We got a fierce battle so far between Hendrick and Gibbs. It's basically those two teams dominating the top 10 in standings right now. Christopher Bell with a bit of a risky move down below the line. Let's go a wide shot. So we're 20 laps away from the competition caution. We have a secondary pack from 28th on back that's broken off. That's roughly 12 seconds behind. I believe they should be on pace to stay on the lead lap. The ticker is courtesy of drive-through. He's a very busy man right now, so please don't spam him or bug him too much, but he said he is working on a tutorial to release to the public of how to do it yourselves. Just takes a little bit of time and patience. He is working on it, but he's a very busy man. Until then, yeah, he basically needed like a 3-hour sit-down session to explain how to do it to me, and I'm way too stupid and have terrible of a memory to be able to remember that information, to be able to pass it along. Whoa! There's almost a little bit of contact back here between the 5 and the 9. Ooh, Joey Logano almost turned himself across the bumper of Bubba. You see the tire wear starting to take effect. They're having to check up a bit more in the corners, and they're drifting and sliding. So the top 5 is kind of settled down for a bit. So we're caution-free so far. About to be 30 laps completed of this race. Just like I said, the top 10 is basically dominated by Joe Gibbs and Hendrick. We got a couple Penske cars at the tail end of the top 10 with Ryan Blaney and Joey Logano and Brad Keselowski in there. But like I said, you have all 4 Joe Gibbs cars in the top 10. And Hendrick, you got 3 of the 4. Can't see where William Byron is. Let's see where he is on the leaderboard when we pass by the 11th or 20th spot again. Should be somewhere in there. Oh, this battle's heating up right here. And Joe Gibbs' teammates, Christopher Bell and Martin Truex Jr. So like I said, we will... It is a stream overlay. It's a third-party application that's completely separate from NR. It's that GNL TV that comes up at the bottom end of the scroller that DT kind of found his way into operating. Oh, battle for second. Yeah, DT's a legend. Chase Elliott in the second place. Can't remember if he was in second or not, but either way, he's now back into second if he wasn't already. We're approaching about a dozen or so laps away from the competition caution. Now Bowman's under challenge from Brad Keselowski in the 6 car. Seems like there isn't really a preferred line. Might be the bottom still a little bit. Brad's kind of trying to get that bottom away from Alex Bowman, who seems to be protecting it. Oh, we got a caution. We have a caution. Who done it? Is someone stopped on the track? I don't see any cars with any obvious damage. Maybe BJ McLeod just went for a spin, because I think he was behind a little bit. I don't see him with much damage. All right. Let's rewind and see if we can see what happened. Well, first I should. Let's go up to where the pace car is. And once the pace car starts up, we'll see where the slow car is. Alright, so right there. Now we scroll through the field and see where a stopped or slow car is. Oh, what? I think we just got a phantom caution. I don't see any stopped or slow cars. Is there anything with this cluster right here that would have caused it? Someone in the up top accidentally hit the button. I think that's what happened. Alright, so that being said, we're getting done with pit stops. Sorry, I know, probably getting epilepsy right now with all the camera movement. Yeah, we had a bit of a ghost caution there. And starting this stream just for the sake of the lapped cars not getting in the way. The 42. I don't think the 42 was slow at all. I don't think it was the 42. Let's see. No, he was never stopped or slowed. He's just kind of hanging at the tail end of that second pack. Interesting. Well, we have a ghost caution. I'll still be throwing a competition caution at lap 45 just for the sake of sticking to my word and staying accurate to what they're probably going to do tomorrow. And hey, that keeps the pack more grouped up. Yeah, so we will be doing single file restarts. So that way just all the lapped car or the lead lap cars are just in one line. All the lapped cars are just at the end of that line. No one gets in the way, hopefully. So through all that, I didn't even point out that Christopher Bell just had a stop where he gained about 7 spots. So here's his pit stop right here. Oh, he just did 2 tires. Yeah, he did 2 tires. That's why he got out front. So Christopher Bell starting to lead some laps. The fan must have thrown a bottle. Alright, Ryan Blaney must have taken 2 tires as well. He's up to 3rd. He was in 9th or so, I believe, before that caution came out, so. But some of those cars that jumped up about a half dozen spots were probably ones that only took right sides. So let's see how that strategy plays out. That's 34, 35 tires. That's a lot of wear to expect out of your left sides and expect to continue to keep going at a decent pace. I believe Kyle Busch took right sides and left sides, and yeah, you're going to see the difference that makes. Kyle Busch just goes right around him. That's the difference in the tire strategy right there. Oh, Joey Elgato making a charge. I don't know if he took 2 or 4 tires, but he's looking fast right now. Oh, Larson almost doored Blaney. Back up front. We're going to have a shootout of about 6-7 laps before we throw the competition caution. And we'll let them race to the end of stage 1 after that. Side by side for 3rd. Here comes Brad taking a peek for the lead. This will be Brad's first lap's led if he can get by Kyle Busch on this lap. And it looks like he will. Brad Keselowski leads his first laps of the day. Denny Hamlin 3 wide for 3rd place. Kyle and Kyle show side by side for 2nd. Brad Keselowski continues to lead, but it is close behind him. So start lap 42. Just a handful more laps to the competition caution. The ticker's updating. It just takes like 10 or so laps after the lap's complete for it to refresh. But it's certainly updating. I'm watching it. Alright, so that's the start of lap 43. 3 wide behind him. They got wadded up at some point. They're spread out back behind him. So, in 2 laps will be the competition caution. They're certainly not racing like they got a competition caution coming up. Continue to be 3 wide for third. Denny Hamlin gets the best of that. Oops. And here comes Kyle Busch. All right. Next time around will be the competition caution. Here we go. You can kind of see with the wide shot who leads this lap. It should be Kyle Busch. Alrighty. Competition caution. The field slows down and gets set. Should be pitting this time by. Is Bowman having problems? Someone said Bowman problems. He is in 5th. Alright, pit stops. Looks like the entire field's coming in. Smart call. So all the cars are still on the lead lap. Since we had a debris caution about 10 laps ago, and now the competition. Wait, Harvick's out of the race? Is he? Oh, he is. Harvick retired 8 laps ago with an engine issue. Camshaft, it says. Wow. Oh, there's a little bit of a bunch up with Truex and Elliott. They were had a bit of a close call getting out of the pits. Yeah, Harvick has out our first DNF of the race. Retired on lap 39 or 40 with an engine problem. Harvick was probably our first caution. I'm stupid. He was probably stopped on track, and I just didn't even see him. And that was probably... That's... Okay, that makes sense. So by the time the pace car came off, he was probably already, like, just towed and retired off the track. But I didn't see that. Interesting. So yeah, Harvick. Let's see if we can just go back far enough. Should be like around lap 30 something or 40. I'm gonna guess this caution was something relating to Harvick. Or was it? No, because the caution's out now. What the heck? Did he hit someone in the pits? No. Did he hit someone coming out? No. Didn't hit anyone in the pits. Oh, hold up. Here we go. Yeah, he just blows up. On that restart, he just hits the gas and it just blows up right there. And his teammate, Cole Custer, almost hits him. Oh, it's a close call behind him. That's why there's a big stack up in the back. Everyone's able to get through. No one hits him. No one gets any damage. And he retires. So tough break for Harvick. Let's go back to our leaders, which is, I believe, Kyle Busch. So that is what led to Harvick DNFing. He just blew up when he hit the gas on that last restart. Tough break for Harvick. Alright, so now we'll be racing to lap 105. Will be the end of stage 1. Looks like everyone, with the exception of Harvick, has pitted once, or twice, excuse me. So, start of lap 50. We will be restarting. As Kyle Busch leads him back to the green flag. We are green. Yeah, we have, just like I mentioned before, we have the single file restarts turned on from here on out, just so we don't have to worry about any lap down cars getting in the way on a restart up front. Looks like it's going to be Denny and Kyle Busch battling again. The Denny and Kyle show continues, but oh man, look at that push that Denny got from Brad. And the starts to seem to be a bit more tame with the double file restarts. Or the single file restarts, excuse me. Although I'd say that, and we're 3 wide back here. Harrison Burton up into the top 10. Oh, Truex, don't do it. Ooh, he was looking 4 wide for a sec. That would have really put the field at risk of wrecking. Oh, Kyle Busch into the wall. Kyle Busch scrapes the wall. He keeps going, doesn't lose too much speed. Might lose a couple spots, but that's it. He's back in line. And while up front, Brad Keselowski underneath Denny for the lead. He gets it. So it's been Denny, Kyle Busch, and now Brad that have led the most laps in this race. Not Matt DiBenedetto. I have not looked into those EXEs yet. I appreciate you sending these over. I just have not had time to do the research into messing around with those. But I appreciate you sending those over. Thank you. Denny back to the inside of Keselowski. But that outside line is strong. The top 10 have broken away, and we got a side-by-side battle for what appears to be 11th. No, this is the battle for the 10th spot right here, actually. Is this secondary group of cars. See the distance between that first group and the second group. How we doing, chat? Alright, back up front. So we have all 4 Joe Gibbs cars in the top 9 right now. Ooh. Kyle Busch almost hooked himself across, or Kyle Larson, excuse me, across Martin Truex. What happened to Joey Logano? That's a good question. He might have just had a bad pit stop or something. He's running back here. Still seems up to speed. I see a little bit of hood damage. Oh, I see some damage right there. Hold on. Let's go back and see what if we can see what happened to. See what happened to Joey. All right, so he doesn't have that damage yet. He's still up front right now. I think he just gets into the wall at some point. When does Joey get into the wall? Oh, there. Oh, man. We had some issues with Kurt Busch and Ryan Blaney. A little bit of damage for Joey right there. That's what sent him to the back, and Kurt Busch. So we did not see that. Typical Fox fashion. So yeah, he just gets hooked by Kurt and Blaney. Let's go on board for Kurt. For that. So Blaney drifts up. Ouch. So that is what happens to Kurt Busch and Joey Logano. Meanwhile, up front, Denny Hamlin continues to lead. Joey Logano, he shouldn't be too far off the pace. He's going to be for a little bit until he can get that damage repaired. But if he can get that damage repaired, I don't think he should be too far off the pace. Right, Kozlowski trying to go to the bottom, but you can see just the outside line is seeming to become preferred the more this race is going on. Kyle Larson trying to make his way up to second. That'll be the highest position he's been all day. He's trying to make that bottom work, but Alex Bowman and Brad Kozlowski just get the better run on the outside on the backstretch. Denny Hamlin has led one more lap than Kyle Busch so far. Where's Alex Bowman? There he is. I appreciate y'all tuning in. If y'all could hit that like button, that'd mean the world to me. Yes, Doggo, that was DT. You know him too well. We've settled out a little bit up front. The only incident we've really had was whatever debris caution we had. And then Harvick blowing up on that next restart. And then Blaney, Kurt Busch, and Joey Logano getting into it on that next restart. Things have settled down for a bit for the time being. Oh, back up front. Oops. Oh, yeah, Joey Logano's a bit off the pace. So he's going to be hoping either a caution comes out before the end of the stage, or if he can just stay alive long enough to stay on the lead lap before the end of the stage. I'm not sure if that's going to happen, though, because we still got 40 laps before the end of stage one. Brad Kozlowski getting a good push from the Hendrick cars. Making that inside work. They left Denny Hamlin out to dry. Oh, but now they're going to leave Brad out to dry, but Brad is pushed up to the preferred line. But is it the preferred line if he has no help? I think that answers that question. Alex Bowman back to the lead. What kind of speed are they getting into? It's like mid to upper 190s at the end of the straightaways. That's why I have the temperature so high just because it slowed them down a bit. I know they're a bit faster in the turns than they otherwise will be. Great side-by-side battle for the lead. Oh, that was too close to call that time. We'll see when the ticker refreshes in about 5 seconds who that one was. I think that one was still Bowman. Oh, that was tied at the line, apparently. That last time. Number 48 of Alex Bowman slips back into second. So Brad Kozlowski, who's leading, is the only car in the top 8 right now that is not a Hendrick or a Joe Gibbs car. Back to the battle for second. And we're on lap 69. Nice. Complete lap 69. Nice. Back to the front. You're getting pretty single file now. They're starting to take it easy. You can see that secondary group that's kind of the same set of cars.
Back then it was NASCAR Racing 2003. One of the best games ever made.
It was.
Lord Shank, the $5 super chat. I love NR. I was going to make my own NASCAR video later. Oh, I love having you in the chat, bud. Thank you so much again for the support. You're too kind. You certainly don't have to. But yeah, that was another fitting stream alert. So it looks like Joey's probably going to go a lap down unless we get a caution here in about 5 or so laps. Because he is more off the pace than I thought he was. So if you're just tuning in, once again, Harvick is our only DNF so far of the day. Logano suffered some damage after an incident with Kurt Busch and Ryan Blaney earlier. That's why Logano is off the pace. With the exception of those 2 incidents, it's been a fairly clean race so far. I appreciate it, Lord Shank. Don't become too reckless, because that too much is gonna turn into too little quickly. I only know that from experience. But I appreciate the sport. Always good seeing you, bud. And they're single file the front 9 or 10. About what we've seen out of the races so far today in the trucks and Xfinity. So, whoops. So yeah, we got the top 10 up front. And after that, it is the secondary pack back here, led by Ross Chastain, which is 11th through... Just waiting for the ticker to refresh. It's 11th through about 20th or 21st. There's not a tutorial yet, but there will be, I promise. I know you guys... Yeah, this is 11th through 24th. Then back here is 25th through 36th. And then Joey Logano's off the pace. Running by himself. Gonna go a lap down soon. Sorry. There we go. I try to be fairly smooth with those camera switches, but every now and then they get a little jumpy. Alright, here comes Logano. Looks like he'll be the first car to go a lap down under green. They're going side by side for a second. That's allowing Brad to pull away comfortably. Go back to the aerial view as they close in on Logano. Let's stay with the blimp view when they catch him so we can see how the lead pack navigates around the lapped car. Can we get any info on pits? Everyone is pitted twice. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm assuming Logano will be repairing some of this damage next time we get some green flag or caution pit stops. Let's see if they make it by Logano cleanly. I think these guys will, but they're too wide back here between Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch. They're going to have to sort themselves out if they want to pass Logano cleanly, which they do. Oh, now Truex goes to the inside. So Logano's a lap down. Pretty much the end of the day for him, unfortunately, since we don't have the lucky dog in NR. And I turned double file restarts off, so he won't be able to race his way back onto the lead lap unless he does it completely naturally. So Logano is the only car on track that is not racing for position at the moment. So just remember that for future reference. Oh, got a little jitter there. Side by side for third. What happened to Logano? He got into the wall earlier after contact with Ryan Blaney and Kurt Busch and suffered some moderate damage. That is why Logano's a bit off the pace. So we got 25 laps to go till the end of stage 1. We'll be having another restart, another set of pit stops. I'm not sure if they'll have to pit before the end of the stage. We'll see what happens. As most of the leaders have made their way by him, but now we get to see how Truex, Bell, Byron, and Harrison Burton navigate getting past the lap car. The good news is once Logano got back into the draft, he's not nearly off the pace as he was running by himself. So that should be good news, that I think he was only off the pace as much as he was just because he lost the draft. Because now that he's in the slipstream, I mean, he's a little bit slower than these lead lap cars, but he's not nearly as much of a moving chicane, so that's good. He's not going to, like, screw the race up. Any specific tips for realistic simulation NR? I kind of just wing it. I mean, I do like a few simulated races before I stream, just to kind of dial in the weather settings. But beyond that, I kind of just usually use the default version of a track. I use N ratings to get the realistic AI data ratings, but beyond that, it's usually just hit the race button and let the AI kind of just do their thing. So Logano's off the pace, but still kind of staying with him. So got a little bit of a cushion between these top half dozen cars than the next group behind them. Here goes Kyle Larson to the inside with a push from his teammate. Looking for the lead. Does that bottom have anything right now, especially on the worn tires? Can Kyle clear him, or is that outside still the advantage? I think Kyle's got him. It's Kyle Larson's first laps led of the day. Now we have Chase Elliott, who pushes him into the lead, but then leaves him out to dry. Chase Elliott being pushed by Alex Bowman, who's being pushed by Denny Hamlin. Ooh, Bowman looking to make it 3 wide. That's going to hurt Chase's run. Larson's going to get the run off the outside, lead another lap. So Kyle Larson, that's our 6th different leader today. Stage 1 ends on lap 105, the end of lap 105. Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott side by side for the lead. We have 300 cars top 3. I think we're going to be pitting soon. Let me go to a wide shot, see if any cars are in the pits. Not yet. Great, strong run from Brad Kozlowski so far today. Let's check in on Logano and to see where he dropped to after getting passed by that lead pack. He's in limbo right now in no man's land between the lead pack and the secondary group. But once he gets caught by that secondary group, he'll be back up to speed. Oops, wrong button. There we go. So Chase Elliott trailing his teammate Kyle Larson. Chase Elliott is the only car in the top 6 right now that is yet to lead a lap today. Kyle Larson just led his 5th lap. Brad Kozlowski's led 28 laps. Denny Hamlin's led 27 laps. Alex Bowman has led just 3 laps. Kyle Busch has led 23, and Christopher Bell has led 3. And that is all our lap leaders for today's race so far. Top 9 are still basically nose to tail in the lead draft. Harrison Burton is almost broken off from that lead draft. Not quite. Chase Elliott keeps trying to make that inside work, but it's hard to make that inside work when he doesn't have any help. Now let's see what Brad can do if the inside or the outside doesn't have any help when he's got to run. I think just the outside's dominant at this point on those older tires, especially on those older tires. Chase is able to get to the outside of Brad. Might be able to get around him then. Let's see how this outside line works when you just have a run on your own. Don't really have anyone pushing you. That outside line isn't doing much if you don't have anyone pushing you, it looks like. Got the ticker courtesy of drive-through. Thank you so much, bud. He is a very busy man, but he said in his free time he's working on a tutorial to release to the public of how to get that. Until then, I do not have the knowledge to be able to teach anyone else or make my own video on how to do that. And he's got a lot of stuff going on right now, so please don't bug him too much. But he will be releasing a tutorial at some point in the future on how to make this ticker. When do they start pitting? Good question. Well, we got the end of the stage in 11 laps. I'm not sure if they'll have to pit before then or not. We'll find out and see. So for the first time today with the leader, Kyle Larson has separated himself just a little bit from the cars behind him. Oh, we got these cars up here that are going to be fighting to stay on the lead lap. I think they should. Because right here we got 10 laps to go before the stage break. Got some good side-by-side action going on for 5th on back. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that group will stay on the lead lap. No problem. Side by side for 5th, still. And I just cannot believe how dominant Hendrick and Joe Gibbs has been. It's basically all the top 9 is. Oh! These giant-ass spoilers. Let's take a look at Truex so we can see that giant-ass spoiler in front of him with Hamlin. Lord Shank with the $5. I'm going to go film that video. Some link over Twitter. Appreciate the support, bud. We got a pass for the lead up here. Brad Kozlowski back to the inside of Kyle Larson. Brad back to the lead. Thank you so much again, Lord Shank. You are too generous. So back to single file amongst the leaders. We're about 7-8 laps away from the stage break. Oops. All right, let's get a wide shot so we can see what the gap is between the lead pack and the group of lap down cars up there. Oh yeah, well, they'll be able to stay on the lead lap. Back to the lead battle. Kyle Larson sticking his nose underneath him. On board with Kyle Larson. We're looking back at Kyle Larson on board with Kozlowski, excuse me. All right, 5 laps to the end of the stage. Side by side for second. And the Hendrick teammates. You can see the run that Larson is able to get on the outside. Oh! And he uses that momentum and uses it into a run to go after the lead. But I think he's just going to stall out on the bottom there. It was worth a try. Brand, the ticker, was made by Drive-Thru. He will be releasing a tutorial at some point. Until he does, I could not teach anyone how to do that. It took me having a step-by-step, like 4-hour tutorial of someone holding my hand doing it. So I certainly do not have the teaching knowledge or wherewithal to be able to do that. But Drive-Thru is making a tutorial. Might not be tomorrow, might not be this week, but it will be coming. Just have patience, I promise. Good things come to those who wait. Side by side for third. All right, so we're on lap 103. Are we? Yes. So 2 laps to go until the end of the stage. And those cars at the tail end of the lead lap couldn't have had a better time for the stage to come because they're probably 5 or 10 laps away from going a lap down. As you can see by that group up there. But they won't have to worry about that. Oops. Because this time by will be the end of stage 1. The end of lap 105. Here's the start of lap 105. Yes, it is. All right. Final lap of stage 1. All right, let's go to the wide shot. I gotta throw the yellow after the last car on the lead lap crosses line, but not before Brad does. There we go. All right, so those guys will all get to the tail end of the lead lap. Come on, pace car, catch up. No one crash, please. Getting sorted out for the caution. Thank you. All right, perfect. So these guys are under caution now, the leaders. And the rest of the cars are racing back to the field. All right, Joey's pitting. Joey's already pitting. That, actually, I think Joey... Why are some of those cars not pitting? What? Why are those cars staying out? Why is Byron, Ty Dillon, and Cole Custer staying out? I hope they're pitting next time by. So Joey Logano is 1 lap down. Logano might have gotten saved by the timing of that caution. So here is your leaders. I have no idea on earth why these cars wouldn't pit unless they just weren't ready to that time. Well, let's go back to the battle off pit road. Kozlowski won the race. Larson second. Kyle Busch third. Oh, we had some sort of contact on pit road. Who done it? It was Alex Bowman with a bad stop. Oh, and he pulls into the front of Suarez. Oh, no. So Bowman with a bad stop. Let's go on board Suarez here. Let's see, he's pulling off. Alex Bowman's waiting to get going, and he just pulls right in front. Alright, Ty Dillon. Are those cars pitting now, or are they just staying out for whatever reason? Oh, yeah, they pitted. Okay. And Suarez is pitting again to fix the damage. Oh, he's going to be in a modified from now on. There's Joey Logano. I think, yeah, Kurt Busch is fixing the damage he sustained from before. And David Reagan with some sort of issue. Will he be a lap down? Let's see. Let's see if he can get out onto the track before he goes a lap down here. Come on, David Reagan. Oh, he's out. David Reagan is out of the race with some sort of mechanical issue. Oops. Yeah, another engine camshaft for David Reagan. So Todd Gillen, excuse me, on older tires is going to be leading this field to green. What on earth? So Todd Gillen leading laps. He's already led 2 under caution here. William Byron led a lap. So we got 1, 2, 7. We've now had 7 different drivers that have led a lap in this race. 8, excuse me. So I imagine the 6, the 5, and the rest of the other cars that have been dominant and early in the stage are just going to go right around the 38 here. So there's Joey Logano a lap down. Everyone else is on the lead lap. Oops. I did the thing. I mess the buttons up every now and then, I'm sorry. Alright, Todd Gilliland leads the field back to green. And you can see everyone fanning out to try to get around him. Brad immediately goes down to the bottom. If he's on older tires here, I have no idea what his strategy was. You can see he's just going to get passed right away. Kyle Larson goes up high to try to get around him. That actually might be the strategy. Oh, now he's pitting. Interesting. I think he stayed out just to lead a few laps. But that's not going to do him any good because now he's going to go a lap down under green. That doesn't make any sense. So through all that, Todd Gilliland's going to pit, but now be a lap down. Here's the rest of the battle. Best battle we have for 10th or so. Between Blaney, Chastain, and Harrison Burton. Back up front. Looks like we had a attempted pass. Side by side for 5th. Hamlin and Elliott. Larson looks like he's about to try to make a move. That inside may work if he has push from Kyle Busch and if he's got the fresher tires. So now that inside line is giving Kyle Larson the push. They're leaving Keselowski out to dry. Chase Elliott goes up to try to push his teammate. Or to go 3 wide to take the lead on his own. 3 wide for the lead. Oh, no, not 4 wide. Not 4 wide. Hamlin, no. Oh, Hamlin. Oh, he backed off of it. He almost went for it. He thought about it. Hamlin almost went for 4 wide there for the lead. Now he's 3 wide in between 2 teammates. Kyle Busch trying to take the lead back away from Elliott. Not quite. Looks like Elliott edges him out in that lap just ever so slightly. So believe it or not, that was Chase Elliott's first lap led today. And now they're 3 wide again for the lead. I think Elliott might have the advantage on the outside here, or will he? Let's get a wide shot as they come through the front stretch. Kyle Busch back to the lead. Oh, contact a little bit between Keselowski and Busch. Oh, we had a car drift up in the back. We're all good. Everyone's squared away. So Todd Gilliland is a lap down. After that interesting pit strategy. Chase Elliott back to the inside. He wants to lead more laps. That inside line has a little bit weaker of a run going on the backstretch. Kyle gets him cleared. You know what we need is a time for a good old-fashioned crank it up. Oops, that was the mute. Sorry. As we're back live. So they're approaching the lap car of Todd Gilliland, who's about to go 2 laps down after that oddly timed pit stop at the start of stage 2. He hasn't seemed significantly off the pace when he's off the draft, and once he gets back in the draft, he should probably be able to go way quicker than he is now, but when he's got no drafting help, and this huge pack does, he's a sitting duck at the moment. So now you'll see the leaders start to make their way around Todd Gilliland as he goes a lap down, an additional lap down. Side by side for the lead. Chase Elliott, Brad Keselowski, as they try to work around the 38 back there. Let's go to a wide shot so we can see what's going on throughout the field. These cars are getting a little trapped by Todd Gillen back there. You see right now it's Kyle Larson that's stuck directly behind him. They're 3 wide for second. There you go. Looks like Kyle gets his nose underneath Todd Gillen. 3 wide. Speaking of 3 wide. Oh, no. I botched the camera switch. My bad. They're 3 wide for the lead momentarily. Back to a normal camera. Here we go. Denny Hamlin comes out on front. Meanwhile, let's go back to see what's going on with Todd Gillen. They're making their way around him cleanly. So yeah, he's not terribly off the pace once he's in the draft. It was just he did that interesting time pit stop and just fell off the pack. So that time by was 200 laps to go. Top 3 have settled down for a bit. Now looks like we got Daniel Suarez off the pace in that modified. He's going to be the next car to go a lap down after that damage he sustained in the pits, this most recent pit stop. They'll probably catch him about 5 laps. Or 1 lap. So here we go. They're catching another slow car. This is going to be the slowest car off the pace yet. Let's see what speed he's going. Still 180s. Okay, he's not terribly off the pace. Not like dangerously off the pace. Just annoyingly off the pace. Look at that modified right there. Who needs a front bumper and a hood and fenders? Oh, he still got his fenders, actually. Oh, that was close. All right, they get to the inside of him, no problem. Alrighty. Just keep our eye on that, make sure there's no issues as they try to get by the 99. Whoa, the 21 out of shape. For a split second, he was sideways. They're good now. Just keep our eye on the 99 here until most of the field gets by. Just make sure there's no issues. Daniel Suarez continues to click away laps. And that damage number 99. Oh, that was close. Harrison Burton got the raw end of that. He's been stuck behind the 99 for the last lap and a half. All right, I think they're good back there up front. They're side by side between Chase Elliott and Brad Keselowski. Chase has only led 6 laps so far today. It seems like more than that. Oh, Christopher Bell got underneath Brad. That almost forced him up into the wall. They're still making their way around Suarez in the back. He's not significantly off the pace. We're good. So aside from the 2 cars that have retired due to mechanical issues, Kevin Harvick and David Reagan, we only have 3 cars on track that are not on the lead lap. That's Todd Gilliland, Joey Logano, and now Daniel Suarez. So we still have 32 cars on the lead lap as of lap 132. I'd say that's pretty good for NR. Still having that many cars on the lead lap this far into a race. Let's go back and check on Suarez, just make sure he's not causing any bigger issues. Nope, we're good. We're still good. He's just a slight annoyance on the outside line, but yeah, he's still going upper 180s. That's not terribly off the pace when the rest of the field is going like mid to upper 190s. As long as he's not going like 150, 160, I'm happy. All right, back to the front. Oh! Missed the pass for the lead. Right, nice checking on the Suarez car. Christopher Bell gets to the inside of Chase Elliott. And makes the pass. And gets to the outside, the preferred groove. William Byron, who had an interesting pit strategy that last time. He kind of got into the rear of the pack after that pit stop, but he's worked his way back up to 12th place. Chase Elliott back to the inside. There are 9 different cars that have led laps today. So basically almost a quarter of the field has led laps. If I ever considered making a point system. Someone's talked to me about it. They said they calculated the points for a few of my races in the past. I need to message them back on Twitter, because yes, I would be interested in keeping track of the points for how the season played out in the virtual simulated runnings, but I honestly just have not kept track of the full standings and who won each stage for the first couple races. I can't even remember who won the stage for this one, the first stage. Christopher Bell is not letting Chase Elliott get away. So the end of stage 2, unless someone corrects me, it will be at the end of lap 220. Because the first stage is 105 and the second stage is 115. Third stage is 115 for a total of 325 laps. So unless someone tells me otherwise, we'll be throwing the caution for the second stage at the end of lap 220. So that is what it will be tomorrow, I believe. All right, Logano's still with these cars, so he's not at risk of going another lap down anytime soon. Kind of what we'd be seeing out of the midway point of a super speedway race. It's kind of single file spread out cars that are just staying in each other's draft to not let them get away from one another. I just gotta click away from this window for a second. Sorry. All right, we're back. Chase Elliott, Christopher Bell continue to battle for the lead. Oh, that's right. Kyle Busch won the first stage. That's right. Got the 3 Gibbs cars pushing one another on the bottom. Except they kind of squeezed one another out of line there. That hurt Bell. So we got the 3 Gibbs cars fighting side by side for second while Elliott continues to click off laps. Ryan Blaney's up to 6th place. The only cars in the top 10 right now that have not led any laps are Ryan Blaney, Martin Truex Jr., and Ross Chastain. Chase Elliott in first place has led 16 laps, now 17. Christopher Bell has led 5. Kyle Busch has led 32 laps. Brad Keselowski has led 26. No, excuse me. Kyle Busch has led 26. Brad Keselowski has led 42. And Blaney, Truex, Chastain have not led any yet. Alex Bowman has led 3 laps. Larson led 13. And then Byron led a single lap. And then you have Todd Gillen, who's 2 laps down, that led those few under caution before he pitted. Interesting strategy. But, yeah, he led those few laps, but now he's been trapped 2 laps down ever since. Let's go on. Board the Goodyear blimp, Air Spanky. So we take a look at this battle up front. Brad Keselowski is, like I keep saying before, basically the only car that isn't a Hendrick or a Gibbs car that's been in the top 10 up front consistently this race, with the exception of Blaney and Logano earlier, but Logano's now a lap down after suffering that damage from that incident with Blaney and Kurt Busch. NASCAR 101 and Jayski say stage 2 ends lap 2. That's what I thought. I thought it was lap 210 as well. Oops. Someone said lap 220 before. I swear it was lap 210 according to Jayski. So I'm just going to do lap 210. So we'll get a caution earlier. Try to have as few cars a lap down as possible. So Chase Elliott continues to lead, followed by Christopher Bell. Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin side by side for 3rd. And Brad Keselowski 5th. Here comes Christopher Bell looking once again. Just when you start to get pretty far into a green flag run on these tires, it's just hard to make a pass on the inside, especially if you don't have any help pushing you from behind. Kind of like what we've been seeing all day with the trucks and Xfinity, that inside line is just really hard to make work, especially on older tires. Take a little bit of a breather while they have a little bit of a lull in the action right now. Truex trying to get back into the top 5, but first he's got to get around Blaney and then Keselowski. Where's my water? Here's my water. Excuse me. Here we go. Hamlin back to the inside. I gotta go take a brief break. Use the restroom and whatnot. And stretch my legs. But I'll stay on board with, or I'll stay with Kyle Busch because you can get a good look at what's going on in front of him and behind him. Yeah, we're going to do a crank it up here. I'm going to go take a quick 5-minute break. We'll be right back. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Don't you go anywhere. We're going NASCAR side by side. Shoot, I'm sorry. Keep hitting that damn mute button. Set volume down. We're back. Looks like the excuse me, the running order is still around the same as it was before the crank it up. Got our ticker back. Here comes the slow cars. Excuse me. A bit of a dry throat while I've been feeling under the weather. So here's going to be the first cars to go a lap down. About a half dozen or so. That's going to be Josh Balicki, BJ McLeod, Greg Biffle, and others. Noah Gregson. So it's only a matter of time. This way, this time by, as a matter of fact, down the backstretch will be the exact halfway point of the race. 162 and a half laps into a 325 lap race. So down the backstretch, this time by is the exact halfway point. So technically, all those cars right now made it halfway through the race on the lead lap. So that's good. But now in the bunch up, the stack up effect, almost like a dirt race. Once the leaders catch the lap cars, now we're going to have a wild battle for the lead as they try to navigate through lap traffic. Here we go. So the 77's the first to lap down out of this group. So now it's Kyle Busch and Chase Elliott side by side. The 77's into the wall. Nothing major, but he goes off the pace a little bit. That's actually going to help the lead cars to get by him. Christopher Bell's stuck on the outside. The outside is the preferred line. That's where you want to be, except when you got lap cars in the way, then you want to go to the inside because that's the best way to get around him. But when you got to go to the inside, you're taking the slower lane to get around the slower cars, so that's what's stacking up the whole field. So the 38 and the 77 successfully put a lap down by the field. I can't imagine we're going to be too many more laps away from a round of green flag pit stops. So we currently got 30 cars on the lead lap, now 29. They're going to be dropping like flies here quickly. The good news is once we get to Kurt Busch and Eric Jones, basically everyone from like 22nd up through the front of the field should have no way of going a lap down just on pace by the end of this stage. So we should still have 20 plus cars on the lead lap by the end of the stage from what it's looking like. Here comes Kyle Busch to the inside. Looking at the inside of Chase Elliott. Nothing yet. It's been a fairly clean race so far. Aside from that incident involving Logano, Blaney, and Kurt Busch. And then the mechanical issues that David Reagan, and oh my goodness, that was close. The mechanical issues that David Reagan and Kevin Harvick suffered earlier that put them out of the race. We haven't had too many issues, and I believe I saw the 22 going to the pits. He is. Yep, we got pit stop starting. We do have green flag pit stop starting. Brad is the first car of the leaders that looks to be pitting. He came in the pits with some cars. It looks like Austin Cindric, Joey Logano, Kurt Busch, who was a lap down. Here we go. Now we got, or not Kurt Busch, he was involved in that incident. He wasn't a lap down. I take that back. Now we got Justin Haley, Denny Hamlin, Martin Truex Jr., looks like Harrison Burton. All right, so here comes Keselowski out of the pits. So he was near the front when this started, and he was one of the first to pit. So I'll be curious to see where everyone cycles out. Along with Denny Hamlin, he was near the front when the pit stop started. So you see how this all plays out. Oh, a little bit of contact there between the 31 and the 11. Nothing bad. They should both be fine. If anything, that would affect Haley a little worse than Hamlin, but they're both rolling. They're both good. I don't see any crinkles to either car. Should have just been a minor tap. So where's Keselowski going to come out in relation to Hamlin here? There we go. There he is in the background. Did Justin Haley gain a bunch of spots in the pits? Here's Keselowski. He's going to have a good run. So this might be the battle for the lead once they've cycled out. Oh, careful, McDowell. Now we're going to have the faster cars and the slower cars. This might be where we get a caution. Keselowski has to go to the outside to avoid hitting him. And gets into the wall. McDowell should be pitting this time by. I can't imagine he won't be. If he's that far off the pace, he's got to be pitting. Yep, here he comes. So McDowell, who almost caused an incident there, he gets off the track. We're still green. All right, so back. Here's Kyle. He was near the front. Here's going to be the leaders right here, the lead group. With the exception of Suarez. Pay no attention to Suarez. He's a lap down, remember? A couple laps down. All right, just no caution now. Just no caution, because that's going to screw up the field. With all the pit stuff. Just keep it green through the pit cycle. So William Byron's technically in the lead. I think he just pitted. Yeah, he's... So Christopher Bell, who was in the lead, he's stayed out. He's having some issues, I think. Christopher Bell is 2 laps down. One of the dominant cars of the day. Not dominant, but he was running up front. Is having issues. And here's the battle for the lead. Once everyone cycles through. Is Hamlin and Keselowski. Eric Jones is going to be a lap down, so pay no attention to him. So this should be the battle for the lead now. And Brad Keselowski, Denny Hamlin, Truex. Yep, here we go. Everyone but Eric Jones in this pack. And Haley. Basically these 3 cars until we get to the end of the stage. Which will be at lap 210. Saw Bowman with a bumper delete. I thought I saw that too. Let's go check on Bowman. Hold on, we'll do that in a sec. We might have a battle for the lead here. Todd Gilliland's out of the pits again on his weird pit strategy. So Keselowski, Hamlin, Truex, and Elliott are in the lead. Eric Jones is a lap down, and the 2 cars behind them are a lap down. So pay no attention to those 3 cars. Unless Eric Jones can get by the leader, and then a caution comes out, he'll get a lap back. But aside from that, those 3 cars don't really matter in this fight. It's basically the 6, the 19, the 11, and the 9. Pay no attention to the 43, the 31, or the 77 back there. And then Kyle Busch, 5th, is 3 seconds back with Ryan Blaney and Bubba Wallace. And then there's a group of cars. Hold up. Yeah, let's go. We will go back and take a look at what happened to Bowman at some point, but I don't want to go away from this battle for the lead. Truex Jr., if he can get to the lead here, that'll be his first lap led of the day. Which it looks like he will. Truex just led his first laps of the day. Now everyone in the top 5 has led at least 1 lap. Yeah, Christopher Bell is 5 laps down with engine issues. He's still in the pits, I believe. Nope, he's out now, but he's 5 laps down. And speaking of issues, let's take a look at Alex Bowman and why he needed a... Oh, I remember. That was from when he pulled out in front of Suarez and Suarez rear-ended him. They finally just took the rear bumper off. So that is why Bowman is missing a rear bumper. Where's the leaders? We're just cycling through the entire field right now. So here's the group of 5th through 7th. Kyle Busch, Ryan Blaney, and Bubba Wallace. The 34 is still way off the pace. He's dangerously off the pace. What happened to the 34? Because he has some sort of damage. I think in the middle of that pit cycle, he sustained some sort of damage. So we'll just keep going backwards in laps until we see that hood damage number. There we go, yep. Something happened right here on this lap to where he sustained hood damage. I'm gonna guess someone just checks up for the pits and he just doesn't brake in time. It's gonna be my guess. Oh, no. Oh, that's what happened. Oh! Allmendinger. Oh, no, that was Noah Gragson. Excuse me. That's why Noah Gregson's 4 laps down. All right, so we didn't have a caution per se, but we definitely had some issues getting into the pits. All right, so up front, Noah gets spun and turned by Blaney. I'm assuming Noah was slowing trying to get to the pits. And then he gets hooked by Bowman. They stack up from there. Luckily, they're... Oh! Bowman gets turned by Larson. Oh, that's why Larson's off the pace, even though he was leading, or near the front. We had issues back here. And this whole stack up. Larson accidentally gets into his teammate as they're trying to come into the pits. I think Larson was going to pit that time, but he then overshoots and has to go around the next time. That's why Larson's in 15th right now, when he was way higher before that. Chase Elliott is back in the lead. But it still continues to be a close battle between these 4. Holy cow. Oh, almost 3 wide. So we still have 22 cars on the lead lap, the last of which being Alex Bowman and Kurt Busch. Those 2 might be at risk of going a lap down. Beyond that, if I would have seen that happen real time, I probably wouldn't have thrown the yellow if that was in the middle of a green flag pit cycle. That would have just caught everyone a lap down. So Bowman and Kurt Busch, just based on the scoring and timing, might be at risk of going a lap down. But beyond that, I think from 20th on forward should be have no worries of going a lap down before the end of the stage, which is at the end of lap 210. So 25 laps. So yeah, 25 laps till the end of the stage. So Eric Jones, who's just a lap down, is still just sitting right behind the leaders. So we have not had a yellow for an incident yet today, surprisingly. Oh, we got a battle for first and third. Who are these cars up here? Oh, that's going to be Noah. And here's Bowman and Kurt Busch. These are the last 2 cars on the lead lap. And there's the leaders. So if they can hang on like 23 laps, I'm not sure if they will. Almirola is 5 seconds ahead of them. I think he'll be fine. Although, I say that, he broke off from the draft. So I'm not sure if he's going to be able to stay ahead of the leaders before the end of the stage. You can see a wide shot of them approaching the slow car of Noah Gregson, who suffered that damage getting into the pits. Yeah, Alex Bowman and Kurt Busch are probably going to go a lap down by the looks of it. Unless these guys can get caught up in the slower traffic. There's the slow car McDowell who suffered that damage earlier. Whoa, that was close. So Kurt Busch and Alex Bowman are just desperately trying to navigate this lap traffic quicker than the leaders. Yeah, I'll get the links posted for the mod and the track once this video's done. I apologize, I was just busy getting this all set up and ready beforehand, but yes, I will get that once the video's done and done being processed. I'll have that up for anyone watching this afterwards. I have the sound pack and stuff in the description, but I don't have the mod. I admittedly forgot to put that in before this one. I was just really busy. So we got 18 laps to go until the end of stage 2. These cars, if they can stay in a neat single file, Logano, Bowman, and Kurt Busch, if they can stay in a neat single file, they might be able to stay ahead of the leaders these next 17 laps, just because they're not necessarily off the pace per se, but they just lost the draft. Now these 3 guys are probably going to go a lap down, or 2 guys technically. Logano's already a couple laps down. I'm not sure if Bowman's going to be able to keep his teammate at bay. Bowman, after suffering damage in 2 minor incidents, looks like he's about to go a lap down, just shy of lap 196. Or is he? See, now these guys are going side by side behind him. That's what he needs to see. That's going to slow them down. Oh, there he goes. There goes Elliott around him. And that should put him a lap down. Unless Bowman can get a good run on the outside here. That's what I'm saying. If they can just be strong, they might actually be able to keep the leaders at bay. Just for these last 15 laps. Alright, so that put Alex Bowman officially a lap down. So there's 21 cars on the lead lap. Looks like there might be like anywhere from 18 to 20 cars left on the lead lap before, or by the time the stage is done. Now they're dealing with this traffic. Where's Almirola? I think Almirola's just stuck all by himself. He's got Christopher Bell as a drafting partner, but yeah, that's why he's slowing off the pace. Now these guys are going to slow him down a bit, and Suarez is going to slow him down. I think Almirola and Chris Buescher should be good. Because now Elliott and these guys are having this lap traffic to deal with that's slowing them down a bit. Although I think they should be done with the lap traffic right here once they get past Suarez. Maybe not. Oh, be careful. Worst case scenario, we'll have 18 cars on the lead lap by the end of the stage. Guys continue to lead away. Ryan Blaney's just been outside the top 5 all day. Brooks Jr. underneath Chase Elliott. side by side for the lead. Chase gets the advantage back around the outside. I'm not sure if they'll have to pit again. I don't think they'll have to pit again before the end of the stage. We got 10 laps to go before the end of the stage, by the way. So here's these cars. Try not to go another lap down. Eric Almirola, Greg Biffle. So that's those guys. And here, a little bit behind them, is the leaders quickly catching. We'll have 8 laps to go till the end of the stage this time by. Thank you, Drive-Thru, for the ticker. He's going to have a tutorial out sometime in the future on how to do that. Yeah, he showed me how to do this. Please don't spam him in the meantime. He's a very busy man. Yes, he promised me he will have a video at some point to teach the public how to add that graphic in. Oh, they're going to catch him at a bad time. Oh, man. Oh, they're splitting him. There goes Truex around the outside. Holy cow, what a move for the lead. I love Truex Jr. after that move. Truex to the lead. After going around the lap car. And Chase Elliott got caught on the inside. What a move. Truex has only led, that was only his 3rd lap led today. So 6 laps to go. Can Almirola, Chris Buescher. Yeah, can Almirola and Chris Buescher stay on the lead lap? I think they can. They have 5 laps to go this time by. Five laps to go till the end of the stage. Yeah, I think Almirola and Chris Buescher should be safe. So they're going to have to pass Greg Biffle now first before they get to those guys. That'll slow them up a bit. All right, 4 laps to go to the end of the stage. Let's go back with the Goodyear blimp. We haven't had this view in a while. Top 4 single file. Brad Keselowski starting to drop back a bit. 3 laps to go till the end of the stage. Truex continues to lead laps. He's still in the single digits as far as laps led. But this next time by will be 8. If he leads the rest of the laps of the stage, he should be to exactly 10 by the time we reach lap 210. All right, we have 2 laps to go on that stage. So we will go to the aerial view once they're about to take the green and checkered flag. And then we'll be able to throw the yellow. Looks like Greg Biffle might even keep his lap. He's still a lap down, but he won't go any additional laps down, I don't think. Especially with these guys going side by side. All right, we're going back to helicopter view. That way I can pull up this menu. So I got to hit enter right after Greg Biffle crosses the line, but before Truex does. Got to time it perfectly. think I did it. I did it. Hell yeah. Is the pace car coming? There we go. Hell yeah. I'm always worried about timing that badly. Get up there so Truex can get down to the pits in time. Alright, sweet. Truex is able to get down to the pits in time. Everyone else, sweet. No issues. Hell yeah. Alright, so we're on... That's the end of stage 2. Oh, what the heck? Some of those cars aren't pitting. Oh yeah, they're the... duh. These are all the cars that are lapped down. I'm stupid. So then they'll be pitting next time by. Alright, so there are still 20 cars on the lead lap. And we'll see who wins this race off pit road. Truex Jr. entered the race, entered the pit road, the leader, and he looks like he'll exit the leader. Top 3, top 4. Top 4 exited the same as they entered, but Blaney gained a spot on Kyle Busch. They swapped 4th and 5th, or excuse me, 5th and 6th. But Truex is still the leader after the pit cycle. Then now we're going to have all the lead lap, or the lap down cars pitting. Should have most of them, that is. If not all. Yeah, there we go. Alright, all of them are pitting. There we go. It's going to get the field all nice in order. That'll get all the lead lap cars in front, and then all the lap down cars in the back. That's why I turned off double file restarts, just so we can be doing that. Perfect. Aiden, you'll have to wait. I'm sorry. I do not have the resources in front of me right now, and I'm busy broadcasting. But as soon as I'm done hitting the live button, yes, I'll post those links. Patience. Good things come to those who wait. Thank you. So we should be getting the one to go this next time by. Alright, so we still have, 20 cars on the lead lap. Chris Buescher is the last. Let's go through the top 10, excuse me, the top 20 running order. So in the lead right now, obviously, is Truex Jr. And then in second place, we have Chase Elliott. Third is Denny Hamlin. Fourth is Brad Keselowski. Fifth, who's moved his way up to fifth, I believe, for the first time today, is Ryan Blaney. Sixth is Kyle Busch. Seventh is Bubba Wallace. Eighth is William Byron. Ninth, Ross Chastain, who's been hanging out just inside the top 10 all day. 10th is Harrison Burton. 11th is Austin Dillon. 12th is Austin Cindric. 13th is Chase Briscoe. 14th, Kyle Larson. 15th, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 16th, Ty Dillon. 17th is Cole Custer. 18th is Tyler Reddick. 19th is Eric Almirola. And 20th, and your last car on the lead lap, is Chris Buescher. And those are your top 20 cars, your last cars on the lead lap. Everyone else is out. There have been only 2 retirements so far, only 2 DNFs in this race. Kevin Harvick is 175 laps down. He finished pretty early on with an engine issue. And David Reagan finished about 100 laps ago, also with an engine issue. There are still 35 cars on the lead lap. Positions 21st through 35th are anywhere from 1 to 5 laps down. Just like I said, the top 20 are still on the lead lap. We're about to go green with, it looks like, 111 laps to go in this final restart, this final segment. And we are green. Back underway. We have all the lead lap cars battling out front, then all the lap down cars are in the back. That's why I took double file restarts off, so there wouldn't be any confusion as who's for racing for position up front. Oh, got Chase Elliott making a move for the inside for the lead. He barely leads that lap. Takes it away from Truex. Blaney looking to squeak his way up to the front for the first time today. Chase Elliott looks like he's going to lead this lap as well. And Ryan Blaney, here comes Ryan Blaney, taking advantage of having fresh tires, so he's running that bottom. He has to check up a bit there. Wiggles, that gives the spot back to Brad. That inside line is making a charge behind Blaney. Chase Elliott has led the most laps today. He just led his 70th lap of the race. Out of 217 laps, he's led 70 of them. The next most laps led is held by Brad Kozlowski at 46. And then Denny Hamlin has led 32 laps. Kyle Busch has led 26 laps. Martin Truex Jr. has led 14. Kyle Larson has led 13. Christopher Bell has led 5, but he's now 5 laps down. Todd Gilliland led 3. And Alex Bowman led 3. And that is all the lap leaders for the day. Blaney falling off a bit after that restart. He was in 5th. Now he's back to 7th. Trying to push his buddy Bubba up to the front. They're 3 wide momentarily. They are 3 wide back here. And it's going to be Chandler Smith. I mean, Corey Heim. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right, where's the next lapped car? All right, so there's only 2 that are, like, significantly off the pace. McDowell and Gregson. So we got a great battle up front. I'm glad I turned the single file restarts on so we could just get all the lap cars in the back and not have them worry about... Oh, we're 3 wide back here. 3 wide for 3rd between the Gibbs cars. Oh, Denny's sending it. We got all the Toyotas clumped together right there, basically. Where's Christopher? Oh, yeah, Christopher Bell's in the back. If Christopher Bell and Kurt Busch were in that pack, that'd be all the Toyotas right together. Chase Elliott continues to show the field the way. It's been a fierce battle for 2nd on back. Bubba Wallace into 6th. I think that's the highest he's been all day. I believe he's in 5th now. He is. Bubba Wallace has moved his way into 5th spot. And he's going for 4th. Being pushed by his car owner, Denny Hamlin. He's trying to see what he can make with that inside line while they still have relatively fresh-ish tires. Here comes Truex on the outside. Oh, he made it work once. He couldn't make it work again. He's going to have to back off and go to the inside. Oh, shoot. Let's see what these guys do with the lapped car. Truex is able to get by him, but now Ross Chastain gets hung out to dry. Everyone else gets by him. Oh, no! That's going to be a caution. And we've got an incident. Our first caution of the day. And it stays a relatively... Oh! Oh my god! Cindric up on his side. Oh, they're able to get it sorted. Oh, they don't have to get towed. Cindric was close to flipping there. Battle for the lead, back to the line. And there it is. Chase Elliott won the battle back to the line. So, our first caution of the day. Due to an incident, I should say. So I knew there was going to be issues with that lapped car. It all started. They all tried going 4 wide to get underneath him, and just there wasn't room going into one. Briscoe got hooked by Ty Dillon. Up into Chastain. Chastain hard into the wall. Cindric and Briscoe, or excuse me, Busher and Jones get a piece of it. And then in doing the little wobble to get straightened out, Cindric gets up on his side, and underneath him goes Busher. So let's and then Chastain hits him, and that knocks him off his hood, and instead of having to get a tow like they would have, he ends up knocking them straight. So they're able to both keep rolling. So the 17, I don't think got too much damage per se. Like, that's where he got most of his damage, was that little hit right there. And then Chastain knocks him off, and they're able to get it rolling. Alright, back to our leaders. Oh! Bubba just took the lead under the pit stop. Let's see what just happened. What's going on with this Toyota? Holy cow. That's a glitch if I've ever seen one. So Bubba just took the lead under the pit cycle. Or he does not pit when everyone else did. Oh, he stayed out. He stayed out. That's what happened. All right. Oh, hell yeah. So we got different strategy. So we got like half the leaders that stayed out, and like half of them that came in to get fresh tires. All right, I see. But now those leaders are going to be trapped back here behind some of the lap traffic in the single file restart. That's the only thing. Including Cindric, who almost just flipped. Back up front. So Wallace is leading his first laps of the day. Should have the green to go, or the one to go this time by. The green to go, there it is. Officially less than 100 laps to go as well. So one to go, I believe. Yep, lights are off. On the pace car. And we will be going green next time by. Ross Chastain has officially retired due to the damage sustained in that accident. So Ross Chastain is our third DNF of the day. Unfortunately. Tough luck for the number 1 car, Trackhouse Racing car, who was having a good run on the lead lap before that incident. Austin Cindric was also running on the lead lap before that incident, and he had to go a lap down from just the crash itself and fixing the damage he sustained. So some of those cars that are trapped further back in the field, like Chase Elliott, Kyle Busch, and company, they're going to be on faster, on newer tires, so they're going to be faster and be the ones that'll be able to make moves on the bottom lane. Green flag is out. Bubba Wallace leads him back. Here's Ryan Blaney looking for second. Best friends Bubba and Blaney running 1-2 right now. Goes low to block. Oh, he doesn't block well enough. Blaney's getting a push from Byron. They're going to be side by side for the lead. Blaney leads his first lap of the day. Ryan Blaney has now just led his first lap. Everyone in the top 5 has led laps today. Stenhouse has not, Austin Dillon has not, Tyler Reddick has not. Harrison Burton has worked his way into the top 10. Meanwhile, William Byron moves around Ryan Blaney. He got some crazy restarts. So let's keep an eye on the standings where Chase Elliott, Kyle Busch, and company are. You can see him in the back there, Denny Hamlin. So they're going to be racing on those fresh tires to try to get back towards the front. Maybe the way the strategy works out if another caution comes out in the near future, that those cars that stayed out front will then have to pit, while cars like Chase Elliott and Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch can then stay out. We'll see how that works out in the long run. Ryan Blaney challenging Byron for the lead. Just that inside line isn't able to work. William Byron continues to lead laps. That was his 8th lap led today. Meanwhile, Blaney has led only that one sole lap. Here comes Reddick on the outside. I think Reddick's got fresh tires. Reddick looks fast right now. Yeah, he looks faster than these cars that stayed out. I'm going to bet that he took tires. He might be the first car that took tires, actually. It says Reddick has only done 5 pit stops like the rest of these guys. Chase Elliott is the first to have done 6 pit stops. Yeah, first through 8 have only done 5 pit stops. And then 9th on back have done 6. So Joey Logano, who was like 36 at one point, is just through pure attrition has worked his way in the 29th, despite still being a couple laps down, a few laps down. He's just utilizing these other cars having a rough day for his benefit to make up for his own bad day. The ticker is only for streaming, yes. It's a OBS plugin, basically. It's not in-game. What I'm looking at in-game right now is just purely just the in-game footage. Whoa, Blaney. Trying to dive bomb to the inside. Does he still have tires fresh enough to make that move work? Especially if he's got help. He does. He's able to lead that lap at least, but... Oh no, watch out. We got the 34 again. Watch out. Oh no, that's going to hurt Blaney. He's going to get trapped behind the 34. So it's about every half dozen laps or so they're going to be running into this guy. So Blaney, after that strong run and leading his second lap of the day, gets caught behind the lap car. Let's just take a look, just make sure everyone else makes it through here cleanly. I'm just worried about them catching him in turn 1. That's where they seem to get wadded up. Bowman and Eric Jones there, laps down, so I'm not too worried about that. Eric Almirola, who's on the lead lap, is able to get onto the inside. All right. So no one really got trapped behind him that wasn't already a lap down. Back up front, where's... Hold on, shoot. Cindric, yeah, Cindric's slow too. Back up front, Byron's leading. Bubba in second. Reddick's worked his way up to fourth. After that chaos with that lapped car. The two RCR cars are in the top 5. Great run for RCR right now. Both Reddick and Austin Dillon into the top 5. Oops, that is the pace car. There we go. So still, I think staying out that last time was actually the right strategy. So these cars have still been very much fast. And those other cars that did not stay out and pitted instead are now caught back in all that chaos and traffic. So they're side by side for the lead. That's allowing Bubba Wallace to close in. Oops. Who's going to be the next car lap down? It's going to be Chase Briscoe and Noah Gregson again. Keep wanting to say Allmendinger. We've had 12 different leaders today. William Byron, Brad Kozlowski, Bubba Wallace, Martin Truex Jr., Ryan Blaney, Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, Alex Bowman, Todd Gilliland, and Christopher Bell have all led laps in this race. So of 37 entries, we've had 12 of them that have led at least one lap. I'd say it's some decent parity in a race, if I may say so myself. So next time by, we will have 80 laps to go. And quickly ticking those laps away. Brad keeps trying to make a move to the inside, just does not have the grip to make that inside work anymore. Unless he can get a push from Bubba here. But Bubba's now trying to pass Brad. He's not looking to do any pushing. The top 3 are nose to tail. And they're catching a lapper. Byron's going to try going to the outside. That didn't work for him. At least for the time being, they're both caught up by Chase Briscoe. Byron's able to get underneath him. Here comes Bubba looking for the lead. Bubba and Brad side by side. Reddick's still up to 4th. Dillon 5th. Stenhouse has made his way up to 6th place. That's the strongest he's been in today's race. So look out for Tyler Reddick and the other RCR car and Austin Dillon. They've been kind of quiet all day, but they've both silently now slipped into the top 5. Another lap car coming up of Noah Gregson. We're at that point of the AI race in the NR world where it's just going to be avoiding all the slow damaged cars. We avoided it for a while. We can only avoid it for so long. Ooh, close. Brad Kozlowski. Back to the lead. Brad has led the second most laps, second to Chase Elliott. So both lap cars, or at least Michael McDowell staying to the outside. Oh, that was close. Stenhouse almost got collected. So yeah, those cars that took or pitted for tires didn't seem to give them much of an advantage. Now I got Austin Cindric coming up. He'll be the next car to go another lap down. Just avoid the slow cars. Bubba tries going up high. That doesn't work. He should be able to get down to the bottom. He does. But Blaney gets hung out to dry by his teammate. Can he get to the inside here? He can. Trying to watch what's going on with these lapped cars. Now Kyle Larson's the last one that needs to get by him. Alright, all of them are by Cindric. Back up front. Oops. So we have 17 cars on the lead lap. Chris Buescher's the next at risk of going a lap down, but 16th through first are within 4 seconds of each other. So we basically have all the top 15, 16 cars in that line that you saw in that shot right there. It's been a little bit. Let's do a good old-fashioned crank it up, shall we? We're back. Nice feels to do a nice old-fashioned crank it up. Brad continues to lead. Looks like we're coming up on some more lap traffic shortly. Chris Buescher's the next car at risk of going a lap down. You can see him there. Coming up on about 67, 68 laps to go. Brad continues to lead the way. If he leads about 20 more laps, he'll have led the most laps today, but as of now, Chase Elliott still has about 18 on him. Brad just led his 60th lap of the race, and Chase is on 78. Christopher Bell is not on the lead lap. Christopher Bell, if I had to guess, probably just pitted and has fresher tires. That's how he's getting around these guys. Yeah, if I had to guess, Christopher Bell just pitted. We got to be careful with this car coming up. Got to be careful. It's the inside. There we go. All right, everyone gets by him cleanly for now. So far, so good. All right. One of the moving chicanes cleared. If they go like another 5-10 laps or so, they should only need to stop once for the rest of the race. That should be their last stop, I mean to say. Side by side, Truex and Brad. We haven't really seen the inside work on an old run, but that was one of the better runs on the straightaway we've seen from the 19 there. But that being said, there's that outside momentum that we know. Brad continues to lead the way. Approaching some more lap traffic. Daniel Suarez, Austin Cindric. Oh, Suarez goes to block. Oh, he's going below the Austin Cindric car. I see. And Suarez will move up out of the way. Looking considerate gentleman. Reminder that Christopher Bell is not on the lead lap, nor is Suarez. Chris Buescher is the last car on the lead lap, so once Keselowski passes his teammate here, if he does, then we will have 16 cars left on the lead lap, the last being Ty Dillon, who is only 6 seconds behind the leader, so he's not risking going a lap down anytime soon. Alright, so now Brad Keselowski's got a buffer of a couple lapped cars between him and second place of William Byron. Chase Elliott, who after that pit stop strategy, that most recent caution, he and Kyle Busch has made their way up to 5th and 6th respectively. So maybe on the longer run, that call to take tires is actually working out. Just didn't show right away, but now they seem to be closing in on him. They were 1.1, 1.2 seconds back last time. This last lap from the leaders. Let's see where they are this next time by. As Brad Keselowski puts another car lap down. Although he's going to be slow going to the bottom. They should be good the rest of the way if they pit this from like here on out. So Brad continuing to lead. Byron chasing him. Chase has worked his way up to 5th, like I said. Kyle's up to 4th now. Kyle Busch, that is. Kyle Larson just outside the top 10 like he's been for a while. Yeah, that lap car of Christopher Bell has been making things frustrating for these cars trying to get by Brad K. Or catch up to him. So, meanwhile, let's go back and focus on this battle. Kyle Busch and Truex. This is for 3rd. And Kyle's the first car that took that extra pit stop earlier, so he has, I think, like 10, 15 laps fresher tires than the rest of the leaders. For Chase, yeah, Chase and Kyle's the only ones that strategy really worked for. Denny Hamlin, Harrison Bird, and Kyle Larson also were on that strategy, but they're in like 11th, 12th, 13th. Yeah, Kyle Busch is closing in quick. He's within 0.7 of a second of the leader. He was within like 1.2 seconds a while back, but he is quickly closing in. Now he's less than 0.6 of a second. Kyle Busch led a good chunk early in the race, but fell back early on, now trying to make his way back up front. Just that number 20 car just seems to be giving everyone headaches. Just trying to get around him to catch Brad. And two of the cars trapped behind him are his teammates, Martin Truex and Kyle Busch. Kyle up to third. He seems to be the fastest car right now on track. He definitely seems to be the fastest car on track. He's the only one that can make that bottom line stick. Yeah, we should be good to go the rest of the way on whatever their final pit stop ends up being here shortly. So Christopher Bell actually got back around Brad Keselowski. So if a caution comes out, he'll at least have one of his laps back. So now here's the battle for the lead. There's no gap. Oh, here's the pit stops. Here's the final pit stops. Leaders are coming in. Oh! Oh my goodness! The leader gets spun coming into the pits. Truex takes him out. Oh my goodness. We'll have to see how they cycle through after that. And if Truex has any front end damage. I don't really see any to the hood of Truex. But our leader gets spun coming into the pits. Oh, there's a little bit of a wad up with those lap cars coming out of the pits. So Brad Keselowski. That's going to hurt him significantly. So yeah, look at all that ground he lost. He's going to come out behind Austin Dillon when he was leading. So, all right, let's see where everyone cycles through. So now let's go back into the pits. So reminder, Chase Elliott, Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, they all did that pit stop earlier. So they can go a little bit longer now. That's why Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin have not pitted yet. Those cars that already did that extra stop a little bit earlier in the race. It's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out with the different strategies. So right now the leader is still Kyle Busch. So now the question is going to be, how many more laps are they going to go before they do decide to pit on this different strategy? So we still have cars pitting. But the big question is going to be, when are these guys going to pit? And how much ground are they going to lose each lap that they're not pitting now, and those other cars that just pitted? Yeah, two more cars that were on that strategy earlier where they pitted early. Yeah, we got like two different strategies going on right now. Basically all the cars that are out front right now. Almirola, Ty Dillon, Cole Custer, Harrison Burton, Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, Kyle Busch. Those are all the cars that pitted earlier. And so that's why they aren't pitting right now. Chase Elliott just hung out to dry. Yeah, Chase Elliott has no drafting help back here. Meanwhile, Kyle Busch has his teammate a lap down in front of him that he can draft off of. So we've got less than 50 laps to go now. As I come up on Noah Gragson. So these guys will have to pit. It's just a matter of when. And what their strategy is going to be. If they're only going to do like 2 tires and just a splash of fuel just to get to the end of the race. Yeah, these front 8 cars and then the rest of the field are on completely different strategies. I got to click away from something just to check something on another screen. Thank you, folks. All right, coming back. There we go. So Kyle Busch is a good 4 seconds ahead of like the next closest car. As long as he's got Chase Elliott to continue drafting off of. About 3 seconds behind the next closest car ahead of. Chase Elliott is dropping. There goes Christopher Bell pitting. Which means Kyle Busch might pit soon. You can see Chase Elliott still back there. You can see the difference in tires right there. Christopher Bell pitting. Yeah, Chase Elliott. So this is all the ground he's losing by not pitting. He's losing like this much per lap to those other cars. So basically, William Byron and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Truex are going to be battling for the lead once these other cars cycle through, I believe. Back to Kyle Busch. How long can these cars go without pitting? There goes Noah Gragson into the pits. Multiple laps down. Joey Logano's worked his way up to 8th, or 28th, excuse me. After that rough start. We got Chris Buescher in the pits as well. There's Noah pitting. So we got less than 40 laps to go now. It's a matter of time. When will these lead lap cars pit? Because now they're just losing ground. Those cars that pitted before. Like you can see the 7, the 77, the 31, the 48 all catching Kyle Busch here because he has not pitted yet. So you got the 7 of Corey LaJoie. He's going from 3 laps down to 2 laps down here by passing Kyle Busch. Alex Bowman. Where's Alex Bowman on the list? Yeah, he'll be doing the same. He's 3 laps down as well. As is Josh Bilicki. As is Justin Haley. All those cars right there are battling for position 3 laps down. Those 4 cars that just passed Kyle Busch. Oh, I think he's pitting this time by. He is. He's pitting. And Hamlin's pitting, but Chase Elliott is not. All right, so Hamlin, Larson, Kyle Busch, Elliott. We'll see where they cycle out compared to William Byron and company. All right, so this is where it's going to be important. I'm assuming Chase Elliott's going to pit this time by. Yep, here he comes. All right, back to Kyle Busch. There's the rest of the cars coming out of the pits. So we'll see where these guys cycle out compared to Byron and company, and they're going to have the fresher tires too. I don't even see him. I don't even see him. I think their strategy to stay out and then take their second pit stop later might have been clutch. Or, never mind. They're way behind William Byron. I'll shut up. They're way behind William Byron. Where is he? Where's Byron? There he is, yeah. Sorry. So now here's the battle for the lead. Got Byron, Truex, Blaney, Stenhouse, and Brad. That's the battle for the lead right here. Byron, Truex, Blaney. Oh, that was close. So ultimately, yeah, you can see in the standings, those cars that took the extra pit stop earlier that are on their 7th pit stop rather than their 6th, they're about anywhere from 12 to 18 seconds behind the rest of the field. So that strategy did not work out in the long run. Side by side for second. A little bit of a cluster back here with the lap traffic. Stenhouse has made his way into the top 5. Bubba's trying to hang on to a top 5 side by side with Brad. Meanwhile, here's the gap for the lead. We have 31 laps to go. We are in the closing stages of this race. We haven't had too many incidents. There's that one caution, that semi-big pileup involving Chastain, Chase Briscoe, Michael McDowell, etc. There is that incident where some cars got together coming into the pits during stage 2, but there's no caution. Kevin Harvick retired early on due to a mechanical issue, as did David Reagan, and then Ross Chastain eventually retired due to the damage he sustained from that accident. So we have less than 30 laps to go. Willie B trying to hang on for his first win of the season. I cannot remember if he has won in our simulated races before or not. Here comes Ryan Blaney to the inside. Does he have fresh enough tires to make this inside move work? Especially with the no help. Not at the moment. He's got to tuck back behind Willie B. Here's Brad and Truex side by side for 4th. Tyler Reddick's moved his way into the top 5. Here's Ryan Blaney again challenging. This time he gets a better run through turns 3 and 4. Now Byron's going to have the run on the outside, but Blaney has the better momentum. He's able to make it stick. Oh, he has to check up. That was a big slide into turn 1, and that gives the spot back to William Byron. That was a big slide. He might have used up his tires working the inside there. So the top 7 are under a blanket right here. All these cars you see are all racing for the lead. Ryan Blaney's going to have to gather his stuff back up and try to make another run at William Byron. Or as I say that, they catch the slow car, McDowell. They're all able to get to the inside for the most part, except for Truex, who's going to get caught again. Truex has been getting caught bad times by these lap cars. He's able to get to the inside of him that time. Well, it's too little, too late, unless a caution comes out. That might have been the race for him. Yeah, I'll be posting a link once this stream is done. I forgot to beforehand. William Byron to the inside once again. Or Blaney to the inside. William Byron, excuse me. And just pushes up. That inside line ain't working at the moment anymore. That being said, here comes Kozlowski looking to try to make it work. Reddick into 4th, Stenhouse 5th. And they're catching Almirola, who is the last car on the lead lap. So he will go a lap down if they pass him, and then there will be 15 cars left on the lead lap. Oh, it's close. And now Byron's having to check up. It's hard to pass that lapper, especially one that isn't off the pace. This is going to allow the from 3rd on back to start bunching up, as long as Byron's trapped by Almirola. He gets to the inside, but he's going to have to check up in the turn. If Blaney can get to the outside during one of those runs, or right here. Oh, they got a lot of traffic in front of them now. How are they going to navigate the slap traffic? Gregson's easy, since he's off the pace and damage, but now it's going to be the same issue trying to get underneath Almirola without checking up, which he does. Blaney tries that inside again when Byron's run stalled out down the backstretch. Blaney keeps holding him off. Almirola isn't going a lap down without a fight. So this quest through lap traffic is keeping William Byron right on the tail. Or excuse me, Ryan Blaney right on the tail of William Byron. More slow lap cars, Austin Cindric. Cindric gets out of the way of his teammate, it looks like. Yep. Clears him. All right, there's a lot of traffic now. This is going to get really interesting, these closing 20 laps. So now Aaron rolls on the outside again. Is that going to check up Byron? Oh, Blaney looking 3 wide. Oh, Blaney has to check up big time. But Byron's struggling on the bottom as well. Can he get by them? He's still hurting. Here comes Blaney with a run now. Blaney's able to get to the inside of those lap cars. Stay on the tail of Byron. They're almost clear of those guys. Oh, Byron washes up. That allows Blaney to get on the bottom. Oh, no. Byron might have just screwed himself in lap traffic by choosing the wrong lane. That allows Blaney by with 17 laps to go. Byron, who's led 37 laps. Blaney, who's only led 4 laps. Blaney might steal this. You have Almirola a lap down, so there's no one close to him for the lead. Third place is Kozlowski, but there's at least a couple cars separating them. So it's a one-on-one between Blaney and Byron for the time being, and how well they can both navigate through lap traffic. Oh, Blaney catches McDowell at a bad time. He's able to get underneath him. Oh! That might have been all Blaney needed. So now Blaney's got Almirola between him and Byron. With less than 15 laps to go, Blaney's got a cushion. There's a lot of traffic back there. Here's Brad trying to chase down William Byron for second. So Ryan Blaney was able to navigate through that lap traffic smoother than William Byron. It's not over yet, though. He's still got a decent amount of traffic coming up. It's still 13 laps to go. Let's Almirola to the inside of him. That's going to allow Byron to catch up. Byron isn't going anywhere yet. He's right there. So now he tucks back in behind Almirola. Try to get the draft out of turn 4. Yeah, here's Brad in third. Tyler Reddick fourth. Austin Dillon fifth. So here's the continued battle for the lead between the 12 and the 24. And 10 to go this time by. Byron is running out of laps to get him back. Here's Bowman, Byron's teammate, that Blaney's approaching. Byron's maybe hoping that Bowman will take some team orders and slow down the 12 car a bit. Excuse me. Had a hiccup midway through saying that. So there's 15 cars left on the lead lap. Ty Dillon is the last one on the lead lap. Blaney goes to the bottom of Bowman to put him a lap down, but that's going to slow him up as long as he's not able to clear him. Here comes Byron with a run. Now he's got 2 lap cars separating him in second place. Byron's on board. I don't know why he's working that outside line right now. I don't know if he did that by choice. But Byron is right there. Oh, we got the inside line working in turn 3. They're going to be side by side for the lead here. Byron took the lap. That time, we got 8 laps to go. I think 7, actually. No, we got, 7 laps to go. Blaney holding his own on the outside. Byron can't quite clear him. So Blaney gets back in front. 6 laps to go. Byron looking to the inside again. I think Byron's got the faster car right now. It's just harder to get by on the inside on the worn tires, and Blaney keeps using that upper groove. And yeah, you can just see the run he gets right there. 5 laps to go. 5 laps to go for Ryan Blaney. I think we're going to have one of those classic Atlanta finishes. Ryan Blaney has this pesky lap car of Almirola in front of him that keeps holding him up. Kozlowski's there in third behind Bowman, but unless first and second take each other out, I don't think he's gonna catch him. So Blaney trying to hold off William Byron for 3.5 more laps. I think if it looks, just based on the eyeball test, it looks like Byron has the faster car, but Blaney's got the advantage by hugging the outside line in the turns. Got 3 laps to go, and we got lap traffic coming up. This is going to get interesting, folks. Less than 3 laps to go. And here comes Greg Biffle. I don't think they're going to catch Almirola, but Greg Biffle, they're definitely going to catch. And depending on who gets through this lap traffic better is going to determine the outcome of this race. Blaney with 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go for Ryan Blaney. Oh, no! We had a caution. No. No, it's going to end under caution. Really? Oh, what a buzzkill. Who done it? Who done it? Oh, no. Coming to 1 to go, we have got a caution. Really? Well, looks like this one's going to go to Ryan Blaney. Yep, there's the white and yellow flag. Well, let's see what the heck brought out the caution. Or is that another phantom? I really hope that wasn't another phantom one. That's going to be upsetting if there's a phantom debris caution that came out with 1 to go. Yep, right there. Alright, so let's scroll through. Who's off the pace? Anyone spun or off the pace? 167. Michael McDowell. You gotta be kidding me. It was a phantom caution. We had a phantom debris caution with 1 to go. Someone in the race control room is going to be fired after that one. I'm sorry, folks. There's only so much I can do to help control these races. Alright, and Ryan Blaney will win the 2022 Folds of Honor QuikTrip 500. We don't know. There's just a phantom caution. So yeah, we do not know what caused that. But it means Blaney wins. Man, that was setting up to be an exciting finish, but let's just chalk that one up to just some wreck happens, like with less than a lap to go in tomorrow's race when Blaney's out front, and they just call it then. Alright, so yeah, take a look at your finishing order. Take a look at your finishing order. Turn this off. Standings. So Ryan Blaney wins. William Byron second. Brad Kozlowski third. Tyler Reddick fourth. Martin Truex Jr. fifth. Austin Dillon sixth. Bubba Wallace seventh. Stenhouse eighth. Chase Elliott ninth. And Kyle Busch top 10. Larson 11th. Hamlin 12th. Cole Custer 13th. Harrison Burton 14th. Ty Dillon 15th. Eric Almirola 16th, Kurt Busch 17th, Eric Jones 18th, Chris Buescher 19th, Alex Bowman 20th. We got Corey LaJoy, 21st. Justin Haley, 22nd. Josh Balucki, 23rd. Cody Ware, 24th. Greg Biffle, 26th. Joey Logano, or 25th. Joey Logano, 26th. Chase Briscoe, 27th. BJ McLeod, 28th. Todd Gillen, 29th. Chris Bell, 30th. Daniel Suarez in 31st. Austin Cindric, 32nd. Noah Gregson, 33rd. Michael McDowell, 34th. Ross Chastain, 35th. David Reagan, 36th. And Kevin Harvick, your last place finisher, in 37th. Let's go ahead and save this race. 2022 Folds of Honor Quick Trip 500. All right, sorry guys. I know that's kind of a buzzkill of a finish, but I cannot do anything about that. I am sorry. All right, done. Let's. Yeah, Ryan Blaney is your winner. And then let's go. So thanks so much to Lord Shank. Yeah, 3 separate $5 super chats today. What a legend. And yeah, thank you everyone else for all your support of this channel. We are going to cue this outro music and call it a day. Yeah, we've been streaming like almost 3.5 hours. Yeah, I gotta get going. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you enjoy the race tomorrow. I don't really care who wins, just as long as it's an exciting race. I don't just want to see the top dominant like it's been these last 2 races, but we will see. We will see. Burnouts, that's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. How could I forget? Where's Blaney? Here we go. Body armor. How could I forget? Atlanta 22. Here we go. All right, thank you, folks. Appreciate all the support from each and every one of y'all. I'm wearing my shoes right now, so that's why the burnouts feel a little weird. Pedals. Hell yeah. Blaney burning it down with the wind. So that's our 5th different winner in our NR series this year. I don't think we've had a repeat winner for the NR series yet. And if Blaney wins tomorrow, that will be the 5th unique winner in 5 races this year. So let's keep that trend going. That is that. Thank you, folks, for tuning in. I'll be posting the link for this stuff right after I go offline. I'll update the description then, so stay tuned for that. One last chance, hit the like button if you haven't yet. I'd really appreciate it. Helps me in the algorithm. Thanks again to Lord Shank for the super chats. Thanks again to everyone else for your loyal support. I will see you all for the next one, whenever that is. Should be soon, sometime in the next couple days. And until then, I hope you all have a great rest of your night. Peace, everyone. Bye.